This is where the fun begins.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
For my ally is the Force, and a powerful ally it is.
What an intro. What an amazing intro.
Wasn't it?
I thought so.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the show that Vinny is running over. What is this show? It is the Out of Character podcast. It's the premiere episode of the Out of Character podcast on the Sports Jedi Network. And for those of you who are not familiar with me or just met me in Sports Jedi, I'm Jeff. Some people call me Dose Evil or Evil Dose. And I have a podcast called Garden of Thought. And under Garden of Thought, I had Garden Views, and it also subsumed a bunch of other titles that made no sense together. Book of Black with my second best friend in wrestling, PJ Black, who some of you might only know as Justin Gabriel from his WWE days. The Gospel of Thomas with my best friend, Mr. Thomas. And then, of course, there were others, such as the Chronicles of Quan, when Akira Quan was the guest co-host, and the Pontificus of Pacifico when Vinny was the co-host. Now those are all gone. No more naming conventions. No more me searching for onomatopoeia. Out of Character covers everything. Thank you for the guests for bearing with that. Who are the guests? Well, Vinny is both guest and co-host. Vinny Pacifico, sensational guy, independent wrestler, actor who's blowing up, and he booked the guests, which he does. This is Amber Brooke. She's an actress, a makeup artist. She's done modeling, and they're both doing phenomenal things in horror and some projects together. And I'm just so happy. Ladies first, Amber, nice to meet you. Tell everyone about yourself.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for having me on. Thank you, Vinny, for booking this for me.
Of course.
I love acting. That's my thing. That is my calling. I've been doing it since 2021. I actually wanted to do it as a child, but I was a little bit not confident enough to pursue it until I kind of just threw myself into it as an adult, and I'm never going back, and I'm going to take over the world with my friend Vinny here.
Yes, she is. I got into acting so I had my first movie about a year and a half ago. Hold on
a second, man. Tell them who you are.
They don't know who I am yet? No, I'm kidding. Vinny Pacifico, world travel wrestler and actor. Grateful for every opportunity that has came my way, and grateful to say that here I am. You know, I've gotten to do some beautiful things in my life and career, met amazing people. Getting into acting, I've met Amber, and she's one of the most captivating people that I met, and good-hearted people. My wife and I adore her, and we think that she's a phenomenal actress, and she could do it all. And
I'm getting a little jealous, by the way.
What was that?
You're rubbing this on a little bit thick with the oil and everything. I'm getting a little jealous of this.
For those who don't know, I had a massage, and I got oil all over me. So if I look a little moist, that's why.
You're a professional wrestler. We expect you to be oiled up.
Good. I'm glad. Where that came from. No, I'm kidding. So as a wrestler and now launching into acting as well, Amber's one of the first people I met, and she's just been amazing. And working with her in multiple projects has been incredibly fun. Were you at Kristen Harvest?
I wasn't. I wanted to be, but I wasn't.
Where did I meet you? Oh, probably Fragmented Mind.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's how we met. We did a few projects. We have multiple projects coming up later this year. One in July. One just happened last month, and it's been just amazing. And I wanted to give her the opportunity to go on this platform, and I think it'll be amazing for people to hear about her and learn more about Amber. She's done amazing things, and I think the world needs to know about it.
Well, thank you, baby. Appreciate you.
Well, then let's hear about it. So, why don't we talk about the projects that you have done and you're doing jointly, so that you can both cross promote and both cross market and sort of like have a little conversation. I mean, Vinny is both guest and co-host, so it's perfectly fine for him to take the lead in certain aspects.
I'll say, Amber, I want to ask Amber a question, the start off a question, if you can. What was the inspiration that finally made you say, no, screw it, I'm going to act, after not doing it growing up and saying, too scared, but what was the moment that said, no, now I'm not scared anymore, now I'm going to do this?
So I did the modeling first, and that I was actually pushed into by a friend of mine because, like I said, I'm not very confident within myself. So I started doing that, and then I really fell in love with it, and I said, you know what, if I can do this, I can definitely act. So my first movie was Vengeance 2 Bloodlines. It was the Friday the 13th fan film. I got that by auditioning through Zoom with Jason Brooks. And ever since then, I've just been pushing, and here we are today.
There it is. Okay. So what was the moment for you in your acting career that got you from point A to point B where you are now? What got you to where you are now? What was the opportunity, or what was the movie, or the moment, or the shot that got you where you are now?
I think it was Vengeance 2, but after that, I did 259, and I think 259 really kind of pushed me forward more because it was a different kind of role. It wasn't, slasher killer coming after you. It was actually like a role where I had emotions and I had to face something besides Jason Voorhees.
I love it. No, it's awesome. As getting into acting has been such an amazing time for me. I've been loving it so much. It's been really rewarding, getting to do what I've done, and it's really beautiful. And I'll tell you, it feels really good to be able to go on screen and act a different role, and then watch it on TV or watch it at a theater and just say, "Wow, look what I just did! Look at what I just was able to do." I was able to convey a different character and portray something on screen, and and also as an actor and performer, you know this, Jeff, that as wrestlers, our jobs as performers are to convey emotion and to pull a fan out of their emotional state that they're in. If they're depressed, if they're going through anxiety, as a performer, we want to take them out of that and kind of give them something to enjoy. Give them an hour or two of just something that they could sit back, forget about their life problems, and have a good time watching your art. That's why we do what we do. So I think not only in wrestling, but also acting and in film and everything that we do with performers, we give the opportunity for people to watch us and enjoy it and forget about their problems. So I think that's one big thing for me that I love so much about it.
And you do acting so that you don't have to keep landing on your head and on your back forever, so that you can walk past age 45 as well. So there's that too.
Yes.
So for people who have followed me from the other shows to here, this network, and by the way, I haven't left anyone. I'm just on this larger platform that they do a lot for me, which is fantastic. But you've heard this spiel before, and you're going to hear it again. I don't care. And those who are new, you're going to hear it for the first time. But I met Vinny years ago on X. I don't know if he followed me or I followed him, but if I followed him, he followed me back. He's one of the first people in wrestling to follow me back. And whenever I asked him anything, he always responded. And if I asked him to come on a show, he said yes. And if I needed an emergency co-host, he would say yes if he could. Sometimes he would find the guest as well. And he's one of the few people who contacts me affirmatively and says, "Hey, do you mind if I have this young actor come on your show?" "Yes." "Do you mind if I have this actress on the show?" "Amber Brooke." "Of course." "Do you mind if I have a producer from Terrifier come on?" "Are you kidding me? Of course I want a producer from Terrifier to be on the show." So, but Vinny is the greatest, purest, nicest, sweetest person that I've not met in person.
Yet.
Yes.
I just think if you have an opportunity to help people and you have resources to help others, whatever they may be, whether it's connections, whether it's opportunities to be speaking on events or interviews, I think why not use that to help people you love and care about. That's one of my biggest things in life. Is like if I have someone I'm really friends with and I want to see them grow, I want to be able to at least give them some opportunity that helps them grow or something. If you had the chance to do so, why not? That's been my thing.
All right, enough mushy, oily stuff. Let's talk about how you two met and what projects you worked on together that people can still consume, and what projects you're working on that are forthcoming. But Amber, if I do forget, I'm an old man. I do want to circle back to how you got your start and what you modeled in case people want to see your modeling photos.
Amber,
this is part wrestling, and so we got some dudes who are going to want to see pretty pictures of a pretty woman.
Amber, give us the rundown of Awake in the Dark, that experience we had, and tell us how it was for you that whole weekend. That was for me and my wife. We had the best time filming that movie. For you, how was your experience doing that film?
It was awesome. We got to film in Pennsylvania at Hillview Manor. Have you ever heard of Hillview? It's insane. And my husband and I got to tour the building with Vinny and Carly, and that was a blast. We got to go down in the basement. It was very cold and spooky.
It's a legitimately haunted nursing home that was 100 years old, and very scary. And yeah, sorry, continue, Amber.
Oh, no, you're good. No, we had so much fun, and we got to play characters. I mean, you would probably play that on wrestling, but like I wouldn't normally play that kind of person.
Okay, tell us.
Yeah, she wasn't very nice. No, most of the orderlies, that was like the characters we were orderlies, nurses, stuff like that, because it is an old folks' home. And they're not very nice. They're the kind of jerks that don't really take care of those people, and they kind of treat them not so great. So that's who Vinny and I had to play, and it was a lot of fun playing those characters, but definitely complete opposite of who we are in real life.
Definitely. It was it was a fun time filming that movie, and a lot of people were it was crazy because it's legitimately haunted, and seeing a legitimately haunted place is pretty creepy, I would say. It was, by the way, I left to go home, and I got stranded on the side of the road. My car broke down.
So you were scared and you had to leave the haunted house, and then you got stranded on the side of the road. So, I mean, you had to believe that like some evil spirit followed you and impacted that.
Yes.
So it's like in the Black Pearl, where young lady, you're afraid of ghosts, you're in a ghost story. And then Vinny's, see, that would have been a good movie.
But then at my hotel that same night, a light turned on, turned off. And it was a motion censored light.
So is the demon still with you now?
No, he's not.
How do you know?
God's with me.
You got an exorcist? I'm sorry. Let me make my eyes look as big as possible.
God's with me. God. How do you do that? God is with me. That's how I live my life. I live my life with God, and that was very scary, though. I will say, I had a cross with me, sitting in my pocket.
Well, God is the ultimate exorcist, so that's correct.
It's true.
Okay, I really want to ask more about the projects, but I want to know what makes you convinced that place is legitimately haunted, and how did you know it was legitimately haunted other than someone told you it was legitimately haunted? Like, did you have haunted house experiences in there that just seemed naturally unnatural?
Amber. Sort of. When I said earlier, when we went down to the basement, you would go, I know, basement's a little bit colder, but it would get significantly colder when we would hit this one step. So that was crazy. It was a whole different temperature down there. And then my husband and I don't think you were with us. Oh, it was Cliffy. We were doing the, what do they call it? The spirit box. We were doing the spirit box, walking around with it. And sometimes stuff would come out. Nothing crazy, ooh, I'm going to possess you or something. But it was just little things here and there. And it was a cool experience. And they've had Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters, all those different shows on Travel Channel that go around and do that. They come over there and they investigate too. So it was interesting.
That is fantastic. So in my other show, Garden of Thought, which started as Garden of Doom, so you can sort of see where this is going, I have talked to exorcists, I have talked to ghost hunters, I have talked to psychics and mediums and all of that.
Wow.
So that's always a lot of fun. I actually spoke to a guy. He bought a haunted hotel. He didn't know it was haunted at the time, and he like lost a whole bunch of money because he's like, I just can't. I can't do this. I can't stay any longer.
Stay there.
So, Jeff, do you like gardens a lot?
Who doesn't like a good garden?
I love gardens.
What? Oh, so you're asking me about the title of the name?
Yes.
Okay. So again, this is an old story, but when this show originally started, Garden Doom, I was actually solicited by a guy named Shaheen Shagan, who I think some people know him, especially in the wrestling world, because he followed a lot of independent wrestling, hardcore wrestling, but he's also an artist, so he became a wrestling artist. He also he does Spitball Media, and anyway, we had a conversation and we started the podcast. And at the time, it was sort of around when COVID was going on, so he was finding hobbies to do at home. And one of the things he did is he started gardening, and it turned out he had a green thumb. Like he was like growing like beautiful like eggplants and tomatoes and things like seemingly overnight. And so it's like the name of the podcast. I'm like, well, what are you doing? He's like, I'm doing a lot of gardening. I'm like, gardening, well, of doom, because we were in an apocalypse. So that was the name of it. After a few years, I actually had some guests just decline to me on the show because of the name. I also thought, I mean, I have a lot of like university professors and academics and authors and things like that on the show. And I thought Garden of Doom was a little bit trite at that point when it was really had shifted a long time ago to so I changed the name. I overthought everything. Anyway, no one cares about me and the name of my show. They want to talk to Amber and you and hear about the movies and your scary things.
I have a question for Amber, actually, now that you say that. So how is the transition from getting into acting and getting into the film industry with your family? How have they been able? I mean, I'm sure it's been great because you have to travel and see awesome things and just, do some cool stuff. But how has the transition been from, being a mom and a wife and just saying, okay, I want to get into acting. How have they supported you? How have they been able to be a part of it? And what's their experience like?
So,
we're Italian. We talk in their hands. Well, I'm Italian.
So my family is very, very supportive. I have three boys, 3 amazing boys, and an amazing husband that normally is always with me on set unless he's doing his own thing with his music. But they all support me. They're all like, yeah, Mom, go do it. Or they come with me, which is great. I love having my kids there and my husband. It's a wonderful thing to share with the whole family because I'm not doing this for me. As much as I love acting, it's not just for me. It's because I want a better life for my family. And I love just having them with me and all the love and support. They're just wonderful. And you haven't met my kids yet, but hopefully you will soon, Vinny.
I'm sure. No, I'm sure. I gotta also mention how amazing horror cons are. Those are the best. Jeff, have you ever gone to a horror con? I don't know, but those are the best places to go. I missed you at the last one in New Jersey, but what an amazing time! Every horror con I go to, I always leave it. And I'm like, wow, what an absolutely amazing time this was.
Here's the thing: I've gone to Comic Cons, and back when I went to Comic Cons, a long time ago, it was the same. There was no separate. You had Comic Con, you had WrestleCon, even like Vince's Ica Pro had booths there, and it was all the same. It was basically all like anything in the science fiction genre geek thing was in one con. This whole thing about all these different separate cons is a whole new thing to me. And frankly, it's like when I go into Wegmans, it's just overwhelming. It's sensory overload. I'm sure I would buy lots of things I don't really need, and I'm sure that's the goal of it, isn't it? To make you do that. Speaking about buying things that people might need, you both have sponsors and you both have things. And Amber actually took a little walk to a car to pull out some of her merch. She's got wonderful merch. Vinny is sponsored. Amber is
not anymore. I'm no longer sponsored by Bang or G Fuel. At the time, I had to throw that in there.
Well, good. Screw them, Amber. Then make your plug for the energy.
Anyway, we got to get C4.
Wait, you're C4?
Yeah, no, but I wish. I'm trying.
We're manifesting.
Yes, we are.
Always.
And Vinny, you'll be C4 too.
Yeah.
I don't know why I think that's so funny. Amber, show them your shirts. Show them your.
So Amber, wait, that you sponsor Amber?
No, I sponsor myself.
Oh, there it is. Let's see. What do we got?
I do my own merch. These are all photo shoots that I've done, and then they're edited all spooky dooky. They're all
that's badass.
Cosplays. Yeah, I have so much more online than I do here, but
incredible. So you cosplay as well as act, of course.
Yes, it's my favorite. I just did a Silent Hill photo shoot on Saturday, and it was awesome.
Wait, didn't you do that at the haunted Hill House?
I was going to, but I didn't have enough time with filming, so
gotcha.
I ended up actually finding somebody out here locally who created a whole mask for me. So I had my own Silent Hill nurse mask. I actually have it over here. I can show it to you.
Show us.
Yeah, he made it just for me, sculpted it, painted it, everything, and then we broke into a hospital, and I did a Silent Hill nurse photo shoot.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like Edward Suarez, the Scream.
I love it. It's so cool. But yeah, I took my kids along with me to the hospital, so that's a responsible parent. If you're going to break into a hospital, you bring your children.
Absolutely.
No, so I like that. And so what is it about cosplaying that made you say, all right, I want, because okay, I don't want to like get people mad at me, the cosplayers mad at me. Cosplaying is pretty much just getting into costume. Mm-hmm. That's what it is.
But doing it well.
Yes, but doing it accurately.
Gotcha. Okay. No, that's awesome. That's an art. You know, I'm making sure I got the right definition. So okay. So what were some of your favorite things to cosplay as?
I think my favorite one so far is Alice in Wonderland, but I call her Malice.
Okay.
She's not a nice lady. She killed her white bunny instead of followed it down the rabbit hole.
I love it. I love it.
And I did a special effects makeup where I had like a cut here and I had a card sticking out here and then over here too. It was awesome.
You gotta show me that. I gotta see that. I don't know why I haven't seen it yet.
Actually, the one shirt that I have is from that cosplay. But yeah, I'll send it to you. It's so sick.
Oh, is that it?
Nope, that one is actually from Hillview Manor.
Honest to God, you should make that movie, Malice in Wonderland. First of all, if anyone has read the book Alice in Wonderland, all the characters terrible. She should have killed them all. But all these things are coming out public domain anyway. So you see like Pooh, Blood and Honey, and Popeye the Slayer Man, and all those things. So just make it, and the second it becomes public domain, release it.
That would be awesome. Vinny, are we gonna make it?
Malice in Wonderland. That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah, it's a deal. Look at this, brokering big Hollywood type.
Jeff, I'll give you 2%.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah,
I love it. Oh, so Amber, what was your first movie you ever did, and how did that come about?
So my first movie was my fan film, Friday the 13th, Vengeance 2. And the reason I got that is because I was working for this makeup line called Tori Bell Cosmetics. And the owner of the company is Laura Hunter. And then underneath her is Jason Brooks. And Jason Brooks was looking for people for his film. So I auditioned and he called me and I raised the money and I got to Seattle and that was that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it was filmed in Seattle.
Yes, it was really crazy because I'm a huge Nirvana grunge fan.
Okay.
So I was in grunge country and I was like off the plane straight to Kurt Cobain's house crying at his doorstep.
Seattle is pretty awesome, I will say.
Cool. Yeah, the roads are crazy though because we had to rent a car and I'm like we got this tiny little car and the roads go like this. They go up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna fall back.
It's pretty. Seattle's pretty wild.
Yeah, it was awesome though.
I see. We talked pre-production how your IMDb page isn't exactly 100% accurate, but it does show 2 Friday the 13th films. Are they both fan films?
So the one hasn't been filmed yet, but yes, they're both fan films. Vengeance 2 is out on YouTube. It's really well done. I promise you'll love it. It's blood and gore, kills galore.
Wow.
What is? I know it's hard to pick, Sophie's choice between children, but what are, just so you have to pick one, what's your favorite project that you've done or that you want to talk about at the moment? Yeah, that's the question.
So I would have to say Amityville Barbie, because that one I got to do a lot of stunts and I felt like a badass.
Where was that filmed? Where was that one filmed?
That was in Delaware.
Who was behind that one? Who was that? Who was it? Who directed that?
It's Ronan James, but Ron and Chris were there for it.
Awesome. Okay.
It was a lot of fun. They actually helped hoist me up because we had to do a whole pulley system where I had a harness on, and then there was people behind me with a rope pulling me, and then letting
For
me
what?
go.
What was that for? Like, what was the scene?
So I was in a bar. I can't say too much because it's not out yet, but I was in a bar and I'm fighting these demons. And so that scene, I am up doing like a flying knee and I'm attacking these demons. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I'm like, I'm doing my own stunts. Like, I want to.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, it was. I want to do more stunts. Maybe I should.
When was that filmed?
That was filmed a couple years ago. But he is almost done editing. And we actually, at New Jersey HorrorCon, we won an award for it.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's great.
By the way, Ronan James, that sounds like something that will come out of the NXT, name generator.
He is a professional stunt actor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
He's great. He was on Gotham and a bunch of other shows.
Wow, that's awesome. That's incredible. So, wow. Yeah, incredible. Amber, so, wow. What were some of your favorite movies that inspired you to become an actress?
So I don't know if it were movies. It was more so like the actors. So I really gravitate towards people who do method acting, and
Heath Ledger.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love Heath Ledger. He was incredible. Christian Bale is
I love him.
He's so good. Like, there's no one better. Like, seriously. Like, The Machinist? That movie, he literally starved himself, and I think he said he ate 1 apple and tuna, and that was it. And he was just like skin and bone, but it was perfect. That was the role he was trying to play.
Yep.
Him, and I love Kathy Bates too. Kathy Bates is an incredible actress. Anything she does, she's good in. Misery is one of my all-time favorite movies. She's like super sweet, but a psychopath at the same time. And I
nice.
I could probably be that.
I want to ask you about a couple just based on names. So the others, Doom from the Stars. I mean, I'm all about Doom from the Stars. So tell us a little bit about that.
That one
Amber has a question on the bottom of this question, Amber.
Oh.
Okay. What advice would you give aspiring actresses? Okay. So
Good question.
That is a great question. Yeah. So that I always just tell people, don't wait, just do it. If you're doubting yourself, stop, because you can do it. And all you got to do is put yourself out there. So go on Facebook, go to your casting groups, go meet people, go to horror cons, meet people there, just try to network, and then just promote yourself. Do it. Don't hold back, because you're worth it.
Yeah, you only live once, and I think taking any chance you can to grow into a different industry or to start, just take the first step. That first step is the hardest. Guys, I have to jump, but this interview is amazing, and keep watching because Jeff and Amber are going to kill it on this interview. But I much love, guys, and keep up the great work. All right, guys?
Yeah, no, thanks for being here, and thanks for leading the interview thus far.
Guys. Thank you, guys.
Do your Superfly Snooker out of here.
Hi, Vinny.
Vinny's the greatest.
He really is such a gem.
But now that you can't hear us, good thing we got rid of that guy, huh? So let's talk about Doom from the Stars. Doom from the Stars.
So that one I only did like a really small cameo in, and I did it like remote, and I had to play like this fortune teller type character.
Oh, okay. So you weren't Doom or from the Stars or a victim of Doom.
Just fabulous.
You were just right. You were a soothsayer, an oracle of impending doom.
Ooh,
What?
I like that.
What was your biggest role?
Honestly, it wasn't really a big role, but it was a bigger film. Fractured.
Okay.
This is it's in post, it's editing right now. So it stars Lou Temple, John Abrahams, and Felissa Rose. And it is a psychological thriller. It is such an amazing film. The script is so good. John Abrahams was incredible. Of course, Felissa is incredible because she's just the best human besides Vinny. And Lou was so awesome and so sweet. He was on Awake in the Dark. This was after we filmed Fractured. And the first thing he asked my husband and I is, how are the kids? Like, he's so sweet. Like, I love that. But yeah, that movie was a bigger budget movie. And that one I really think is going to be huge. So
where can people find it?
It's not ready yet, so they're in the process of doing all their editing. I'm sure they're almost ready for a teaser. I know Eric Swinderman is the writer and he's a producer, and he's incredible, very talented man. I know they're working really hard on it, so hopefully we'll have a little snippet of it soon. But I've seen clips and holy shit is all I have to say. He sent me one the other day, and all I could say was wow, because it was that good. So be on the lookout. I will definitely be posting updates as soon as I get some.
Awesome. Well, we'll be posting it here as well. Our producer and you follow each other on Instagram, so we'll know about it. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, a lot of people have asked basically a variation of that same question. I mean, you've been in 2 Friday the 13th fan films, so I mean, I guess that's the obvious answer, but it might not be the answer.
Well, I would have to say, because don't judge me, but Friday the 13th is not my favorite franchise. I do love Jason, I do, and I love Freddy, I love Michael, but I'm an Evil Dead kind of gal. Okay. I love me some Deadites and Ash Williams. He's the man. I always tell everybody he's my favorite final girl. Yeah, I would love to be an Evil Dead. Even if I was somebody like a Deadite, I would be okay with it. Ash could kill me.
That's fine. Listen, you've made your pitch. I'm sure that he's watching. So Ash,
be my friend.
Briscoe County Jr., get on the horse.
Yeah, I actually, what's funny is my character in Amityville Barbie, this is probably another reason why it's one of my favorite to date, is Ashley Williamson.
Okay.
So I am the female Ash Williams. So I do like the corny lines that he does, and I'm a badass like he is. So that's another reason why that movie's near and dear to my heart.
Excellent. What was the film that you had the largest screen time on?
I want to say either 259 or Aversion.
Okay.
And Aversion just got released in Australia on Sunday, but it's not released over here yet, unfortunately.
Okay. Is that usual to release in a different country other than the U.S.?
So the producer is from Australia. He's from Perth. So that's why the producer, the editor, another one of the actors who plays the professor, which he is absolutely incredible. They all live in Australia, so this time, yeah, it does make sense for that. But
Yeah, that
it
does
would
make
be
sense.
nice to have it here soon because I'm
But
dying to see it.
they filmed here. You didn't have to fly to Australia, did you?
No, we filmed here. We filmed in St. Louis.
Very cool. I see here a question. Is there a role outside horror that you're dying to play?
Ooh, that's a great question. So I don't see myself doing anything like rom-coms or any Hallmark type movies. They're so boring to me. But I would like to do a horror comedy. I really would.
Like Scary Movie?
Yeah,
Or
just
The
like a
Mist?
parody. Yeah.
I love The Mist.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that in years actually.
Yeah, I was late to finding it, so I only saw it a few years ago. So, but yeah, I think it's great. And it's like
Needs a good horror comedy. Like the new Scary Movie was funny. I liked that. I thought that was really funny. But we need more like Shaun of the Dead's stuff like that. Yeah, let's make it happen, guys.
I agree. Zombieland also is pretty good.
Yes, I love Zombieland.
Good. See, look at the things. Okay, so I did forget. So let's talk about your modeling. How did that start? When did that start? Where did you what publications or did you model for?
So I've actually always been the one to take photos. I love photography. I love being creative. Mm-hmm. So I love photography. I love setting up the set and coming up with the ideas. But a friend of mine back in 2020 was like, hey, you really should start getting in front of the camera. I'm like, no, not me. Like, ew, who would want to see me? And so she's like, I think you should do the ink cover girl competition. I'm like, but why? And so I kind of was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll go for it. I'll try it out. Spoiler alert, those things are scams. Don't fall for it. But
wait, do tell, because I have a friend who was an Ink magazine cover girl, and she never told that part.
Okay, so the competition is mostly about money.
Okay. It's
not about like talent or beauty or whatever. It's mostly about who got the most donations.
Okay.
So that's why I say it's a scam. It's like,
no, that counts.
If you drop like 10 grand, you win.
Yeah, that counts as a scam. I get it.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up. But I did get into top 5, which was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, at the last minute, the girl going up against me dropped a large donation, and literally I'm not even kidding, last minute of the competition. I was winning until then. It's like, yeah, no. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, that's a waste of my friends and family's money. Like, but then after that, I was like, I can just do this and do a model all the time. And then I did a photo shoot at my good friend Sean's tattoo shop here where we live, and that photo shoot got picked up by Tattoos for Women magazine. So I ended up getting my first publication on the cover, which was crazy.
Cover girl.
Okay, I did it. And then after that, it was just magazine after magazine, and still getting them all the time. And I'm just doing so many different shoots. Yeah, that one actually was taken in a restaurant right here in town. A lot of local businesses. I love where I live.
Is that the hot dog place? Is that like Teddy's hot dog place?
No, it's actually called Rudy's. It's a really cute family restaurant here where we live. So I live about an hour from Buffalo. I always say Buffalo because nobody knows the town that I live in. They're like, what the hell? What are you talking about? That's a town?
Orchard Park?
No, Medina.
Medina, okay.
Yeah, so Medina is about an hour away from Buffalo, and it's the cutest town you'll ever see. It is Hallmark movie town if I've ever seen one. If you ever come out this way, come visit, you'll be like, okay, I understand. But yeah, so this is a cute little diner in our town. Whenever I do shoots and it's like around town, I try and do with local businesses like Canal Side Tattoo, Rudy's, and stuff like that, just to kind of showcase Medina a little because it is really cute.
Well, that is a very 1940s, like, Captain America kind of outfit and pose, with the
Like
exception of the tattoos, which is, I'm sure part of the point of the vision of the artist who came
it,
up with it. Maybe that was you. I don't know.
it was me.
Very good. All right.
I love pinup. I think the pinup style is absolutely stunning. Like the 50s girls had it right back then with that look. And so I kind of like made it more modern and did the whole tattoo pinup.
All right. This is a lame, obvious brag, but one of my first famous follow backs on Twitter or X is Heather Thomas. And the reason why I'm mentioning this now is because Heather Thomas was my pinup girl. It's like
That's
I
awesome.
had all of her posters. They came with me from my home to my college dorms. I don't think they made it past that, but I had the pink bikini and the blue bikini, and it was just so wild that her and Morgan freaking Fairchild followed me back. But Morgan was not my pinup girl. Not that she wasn't meritorious of it, but but this was, oh my god, that's fantastic. A little Christina Applegate there in the face.
It's cute, isn't it? It was real adorable looking.
Of course, it's cute. You're a model. What do you think I'm going to say? I mean, what is the famous dog place in Buffalo? Is it Teddy's, or am I thinking?
It's Ted's. Yep.
Yep, Ted's. Okay, I went there, obviously. So, all right, that's really great. I think that's awesome. So forget about the IMDb. It says that you've got about 1 billion projects coming up. What are you working on with Vinny, like in the near term? I know you're starting something next month. I don't even know if he mentioned it or not. He's asking you questions, playing host, but I don't know that he was given a lot of the information about, other than how great you both are, and you both are great. But what are you guys working on together that's forthcoming?
So we are working on a film called Forsaken Few. We're filming that at the end of July, like 24th, 25th, 26th, I think. Yes. And I play the lead character of the evil vampire queen, of course.
Fantastic.
My name is Esme, and I am not a very nice lady, which is a lot of fun to play because I love playing those roles. Because I'm, like I said earlier, this is totally different from who I am in real life. So to play something you're not is a lot of fun. But Carly and Vinny are both in Forsaken Few with me, and I'm really excited to be on set with them again.
It's so cute that they act together. All right, I'm asking you a super deep cup dork kind of question, and I told you I'm not successful because I'm too smart. If you're a vampire and you get tattoos, wouldn't they heal?
Yeah, that does make sense.
So do you have tattoos in your character, or do they make up over that?
No, I'll have tattoos. Or you know what it is maybe I got my tattoos before I was turned into a vampire.
That's a perfectly rational answer. It also could be like maybe there's some sort of like potion to make certain blood like somehow holy, but it doesn't kill you, but it can cause a tattoo or something. That could actually be like a cool little story, that there's a vampire who loves tattoos, but the only way to do it is to, give them partial poisoning, but they can recover from just that amount.
Or you drain somebody with a ton of tattoos and you automatically get their tattoos.
That's right. Mark Hammer, this is what happens when you don't respond to my text. You don't get gold like this. Now it's Amber's. And she's going to run away with it. She's going to be the new producer and executive producer. That's right. That's right. The 2%. 2%. 2%. It's like the kid in Better Off Dead. I want my $2. I hope it's worth more than $2. Okay. I know he just was in Mr. Reset. Are you in that as well, or no?
No, not that one. But we did Fragmented Mind together. We did Awake in the Dark together. We're doing Forsaken Few, and then we've got another one called Myth we're doing together. It's a Bigfoot movie.
Oh, first of all, I love you had me at the name. But how is it that the two of you are casting so many things together? Are you like, billing yourself as a buy one get one free? Are you a package deal? Is it just the same people like to work with the same people? I mean, the people who cast, or is it just like, good luck, dumb luck?
It's a bit of both, actually. Some of the movies that we're doing together are the same producers and directors and stuff, but others, it was just kind of the luck of the draw. And then we got so excited knowing that we were going to be on the same set again, and we're just going to keep it going. We try and stick with our family. So I have my best friend, Clifton Taylor. He was a wrestler too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But Apex, he went by.
Oh.
So we get cast a lot together because we're like the dynamic duo. We're the tag team. We're the Hardy Boys, okay?
Nice. Good pull.
Yeah. Oh, I used to watch wrestling as a kid. The older I got, though, I was like, it's more of a soap opera than anything, so I almost stopped watching. But I do love me some Jeff and Matt Hardy.
Okay, well, they're still active.
They are. I noticed that. It's like, that's awesome.
It is kind of awesome.
Yeah, so we, a lot of us try and stick together. So if I see a casting call, normally I'll throw it somebody else's way and be like, all right, here we go. Let's apply. Let's go do it. Let's audition. So we always kind of try and help each other out, and then this is what happens.
Well, I think that's great. I think, but it's also, third parties obviously see some sort of on-screen chemistry there, or at least agree that having the two of you plus your significant others and friends there, increases the morale or the just the ambiance and the atmosphere and the work product being on studio, the whole atmosphere. I do see a question there, but I have my own question, so I'm burying theirs for a second and going forward mine. If you were to be in a superhero movie, what superhero or super villain would you be, especially given that Marvel is sort of going in this dark direction with like the Moon Knight and Ghost Rider and Scarlet Witch and sort of like, sort of like the darker side of heroes or villains. So I know it's a really long question, but who might you be interested in playing? And if, whoever the showrunner is, I guess it's still Kevin Feige doing it. Like, who should make your pitch, because he's almost certainly watching.
So I actually have, if you look back there on the wall, there is a comic with me in it. It's very cool. A friend of mine drew an entire comic short with me as the lead character, and it was really cool. But if I'm not her, the serial killer Amber, I would like to be Harley Quinn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can do a Harley voice, and I can hang out with Mr. J. We can hang out and burn buildings down and kill some people.
Well, that's good. Margot Robbie said she's done with that, so it needs to be cast. James Gunn, get off your ass. It's not. Everyone's clapping. You can even hear it over cyber. No one's all that impressed with the Superman, and they're even less impressed with the Supergirl, so maybe it's trying to change in directions. So, all right. The question from the crowd and the audience appears to be, would you like to produce or direct someday?
Yes. Oh, yes. Actually, we are, my husband and I, we're the dynamic duo. Where I am, he is, unless he's touring. But we are writing a couple films together, and eventually we're going to get them out there. One of them's actually kind of a superhero film, but it's not at the same time. I can't really say too much about it, but it's got to do with comics and horror put together, and it's going to be so fun. It's a really corny title, really kind of corny concept, but I think it's really going to appeal to comic book lovers and horror lovers the same. So we are in the process of writing our own stuff, and then we're going to film it and produce it and get it out for the world to see.
Will you guys do me a favor? Will you say yes or no?
I'm waiting to hear.
Oh, you need to hear it first. You have to do a better job than Brightburn. Because Brightburn, there's a great premise in there, but the movie was just okay, and it should have been fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we should be on Brightburn 3 by now, like The Omen. It should have been just a continuing thing. Like, as this kid reaches every stage, he should be like, the audience agrees. All right. So, yeah. So maybe you guys can, take that up and, I don't know, don't do Superman, but do like Green Lantern or something, or a wicked Wonder Woman that like an actual god like impregnated a woman, and instead of a heroic Wonder Woman came out like a sort of a psychopathic Wonder Woman. Oh, listen, it's your vision. Just
don't give me any more ideas, man. I've already got a lot of ideas here. You're gonna make me have to write down some more.
That's okay. You don't have to write down anything because this is recorded, so you can come back and enjoy this many times and write it down at your own leisure. Please do, because views count. But suck it, Mark Hammer. Look at all these ideas that you can't use any longer because copyright and trademark is asserted. Really, yeah. It's now Vinny and his wife Amber and her husband and me.
Yeah.
We're like a big high-powered. That's right. And you saw Vinny's big muscles when he was accidentally flexing. So, mess with that.
Slimy looking too.
Yeah. And he had that great tank top on as well. So there's all of that going on. What is the most fun you've had on a movie set? Like what's the movie that you just had most fun? Maybe it doesn't have to be your favorite film or anything like that, and it can be, but like what's just like the most fun you had on a set?
So anytime I'm on a Black Ave film set, I have the most fun. Clifton and I got to set for Fragmented Mind, and we got there and it was just belly laugh after belly laugh. My stomach literally hurt from laughing so hard because we were so goofy, having so much fun. We got there and Ron and Chris were like, we're gonna film a found footage movie. Like, okay. Like, no script, we're just gonna go do it. And it ended up being the running joke because it was supposed to be like the Chupacabra, but we turned it into the Jupacabra, and it'll steal your pennies.
Oh, great.
And so it was just hilarious. And I even made a movie poster for it. It was pretty funny. And we're all family. So we all get along and have the best time ever. It sucks leaving, though. That's the worst, because you don't want to leave your best friends and family. And then you get home and you're just like, the post-set depression is awful. Because you're like, I miss my friends.
Well, right now I'm texting the rabbi in Prague and telling him he needs to get the golem to go enact revenge. Exactly. Oy vey!
That's exactly what we say. Oh, I'll have to send you guys the movie poster we made.
Sure, please do. That'd be great if people start sending us things. That's fantastic. I don't know who us is, but any of us counts. It's all fantastic. Is there something that I haven't asked you about that was really priority that you absolutely want to talk about today that in my meander we may never get to?
I don't think so. I think we talked about pretty much everything.
Okay, well that's fantastic. Well, this is then
I have
great
a question. May I ask a question?
God, is that you?
Yes, indeed.
I repent.
Right.
Christ compels me.
Doing the movie roles and all the different actresses, movie parts and different things, how is it helps you with dealing with mental health? Like when you don't get a part, or where you do a movie, you sacrifice either being away from the family, being away from home, or everything that comes with it, and the movie doesn't get released, and your hard work doesn't get seen, or even imposter syndrome. How do you deal with that in a mental health aspect? How do you disconnect?
So with that kind of stuff, I try to look at everything glass half full. If something doesn't get released, well, I look at it as, well, it wasn't a waste of time, because I now have more experience and I now have more techniques that I've either learned from other people on set or I've learned myself. So no experience is ever wasted. And I know I get sad when I'm not with my kids, but I'm always FaceTiming them and stuff like that. So they're always there. They're always with me. But like I said, if you approach things with a very positive mindset, you're not going to get into that mental slump that sometimes you see happen. But if you approach it that way, it's a lot more healthy. And you gotta kind of like, okay, this is a role. It's not me. So sometimes, method actors, right? They kind of embody that role, and you kind of gotta put a little bit of a line there to not cross that line and actually become that person. I know a few actors. What the heck's his name? From American Horror Story. He kind of had to disconnect after Evan Peters, after he did the whole Dahmer series, because he was Dahmer. And like sometimes that's not exactly the healthiest way to do it, but I tell you what, he did really good as that role.
I think being Craven the Hunter might have done it.
Yeah.
Because that movie was ass.
It was.
Okay. So I know that you did a fan film for The Crow, Return to Sodom, and because I'm an Old Testament scholar, because I just took the great courses on the Old Testament and I'm working through the Dead Sea Scrolls, tell me about the Return to Sodom and what was going on when the Crow and you returned to Sodom.
So I wasn't in that for very long, but I was a bad guy.
Good.
Sasha. And I was part of Dante's gang. And Dante was kind of like the leader. In the first Crow, you had that whole merry group of misfits there. Fun boy.
Like the Clockwork Orange gang sort of thing.
Yeah. That was us. So I ended up being in it like for like a minute. But
practice for Harley Quinn a little bit.
She actually was kind of similar to Harley Quinn. So Maven Huffman played the lead there, Dante.
Wait a second. Maven Huffman?
Yes.
Is that the Maven who used to be a wrestler?
That's the same one.
Look at this crossover. Sports and Jedi mixing over.
You gotta love it.
You hear that, Kevin? Wow, look at that. We got even more wrestling content in here. We got Apex, we had Vinny.
We got a Hardy Boys.
Mickey James is in that too.
Oh my god.
I love Mickey James, but she doesn't love me back. But she doesn't hate me either.
She might. You never know. It might change.
True. She might. You're right. I don't necessarily know. It's not like I want to marry her or anything. I think her husband's terrific, Nick Aldis. I'm a big fan of his. And I think they're a very beautiful couple. Anyway, and I have a very beautiful wife as well, and also I'm afraid of her. So, I mean, she's from South America. So talk about someone who could easily kill me. And in fact, I'm pretty sure I know exactly how I'm going to die. And it might be shortly after the show comes off the air. So, so this might be goodbye to everyone.
Well, if we don't hear from you, good luck in heaven.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for that assumption.
Just leave me in your will.
Here's the thing about being a lawyer. My will is really irrelevant. Everything it's already taken care of. There's a trust. The will covers.
That's why I said that. I know you already crossed your I's and dot your T's.
Yeah, you want my used furniture? Have at it. So, plus it's all marital property anyway. So you have to wait for her to die. So, in any event, did I just freeze?
No, you're good.
You're fine.
Okay. All right. I look frozen to me, but that doesn't matter. All right. I absolutely had another question to ask you. But what just happened there? Am I still here?
No, you're still good.
Okay. My computer keeps telling me, never mind. And now I'm moving. Good. All right. This must be really entertaining for the audience. You're welcome, folks. Tell us something else good while I get my head together, while I'm unflummoxing myself. Or Kevin, come rescue me.
Yeah, no, definitely. By the way, thanks for everybody that's watching us, that's listening to us. We got over 600 plus people watching us in a live stream here, and pretty more afterwards on all the different platforms. You can also take it with you on the audio platforms, either on iHeart, on Amazon Podcast, or anywhere, Speaker, Apple, anywhere you get your podcast. You'll be hearing this great interview here with Amber Brooks. We appreciate her time. Don't forget, I've scrolled, and in the video description is her merch store. So you get all her merchandise, all on there. Great looking merch. All these shirts. Looking, couple months from now is Halloween season. Get in the spirit now. Don't wait. Don't wait for the spirit of Halloween. Get it now. Get all your merchandise. Go support. This is what we do here in the Sports Jedi Network. We want to support not just the wrestling t-shirts, also our friends that take a moment to tell them their story on their beautiful art that is either expressed through movies, films, art, or professional wrestling. So, Amber, I thank you so much again for this time. And I'll go right back to our host where he's got his next questions.
No. I mean that sounded like sort of an outro there, so I don't really want to bury on it. Amber, tell people where they can follow you, other than the places in show notes, or if they just listen audibly, then they probably need to hear it.
Well, you can follow me on Instagram. That's where you're going to see most of my modeling stuff and reels and fun stuff from sets. It's amber.brooke32. You can also follow me on Facebook. It's Amber Hoffmeister. That's my maiden name. I haven't changed it to my married name yet. It costs a lot of money to do that, and it's a lot of work. So someday. And I have a TikTok, but I'm barely on it. But it's the same as Instagram. It's amber.brooke32.
Very good. And I see that you're not on the X, so you haven't you've been scared away from there. But you haven't made the blue sky migration either.
Nope.
None of that stuff. Very good. Very, very smart. All right. So anyone, if you still want to follow me after this, you can find me on the X either at dose_evil for mostly wrestling nonsense. For everything else, but mostly dormant, is at Icarus Fell MD. As I mentioned, my podcast is The Garden of Thought. I do have a YouTube channel, which is just the podcast with the show art, at Garden of Thought Pod. I was really pushing that, but now since I'm on Sports Jedi, I don't really care about it anymore. So, sometimes you spend money to make progress, even though that money wasn't directly related. And so don't be afraid to do things like that, folks, which is consistent with Amber's message and Vinny's message of earlier. Thank you to Vinny, by the way. I truly love Vinny Pacifico. He is a wonderful guy. He's just so genuine and nice. But I don't want any of you to become his friend because I get jealous. Just leave him to me. He's my fourth best friend in wrestling because, I co-host a show with Lufisto, but she's a girl, so he can easily leapfrog her because boys rule, girls drool. But you can also find me on the Wrestling Soup. I co-host with Lufisto the LFG review show, and occasionally you can find me also on Wrestling Soup and Friendos, which is a separate audio feed with lots of original content from lots of cool people, and sometimes I contribute on that too. And but here on the Sports Jedi, you can also find Garden of Thought and tons of other stuff that I've been doing with Kevin. Frankly, I have been doing a lot of stuff here, and then probably will continue to do even more because I'm an attention whore. So, anyway, thank you so much to our guests. Thank you, Amber Brooke. It was so nice meeting you. Continued success. I can't wait I hope that you let us know when everything's coming up and you send us the trailers and where we can find things, whether it's Shudder or Amazon or Netflix or big studio release, whatever it is. All good things. Mucho success. Keep in touch. You're welcome back anytime to promote other things, with or without Vinny, with or without your husband, with or without his wife. Actually, the two wives would probably be a lot of fun. So we always make time for friends, and I make friends quickly and get restraining orders quickly too. So usually against me. So Kevin, I don't know what else you want to do. There's some Sports Jedi stuff that I forgot to talk to.
No, that's fine. I just want to thank Amber. Amber, if I could get you for a moment to say, you're on the Sports Jedi Network with Out of Character podcast. This is Amber Brooks' Out of Character podcast on the Sports Jedi Network, so I could record it. So when we do another intro video, I could put that there. I'm going to put you only on there, and once you're there, whenever you're ready, go for it.
So you want me to say, this is Amber Brooke, and I'm on the Out of Character podcast?
Yes.
What was next?
On the Sports Jedi Network. That's all.
On the Sports Jedi Network with some awesome badass people.
I appreciate you there, and that would do. And then, by the way, that Harley Quinn voice, was
I
great.
like it. I think she's cute. I think she's a lot of fun.
There you go.
She is a lot of fun. It's no accident that there's been cartoons and movies and all that stuff. And in the Suicide Squad movie, the second one, which is kind of unwatchable, she's fantastic. I thought the first one was okay. Everyone said it was terrible. I didn't think it was terrible.
I didn't think so either.
All right, see, look at that. Dose Evil and Amber Brooke on the same page again. I'm feeling a new top 5 best friend in showbiz list having to come up separate from the wrestling list, of course, because nobody can top Mr. Thomas except for maybe PJ. But and PJ, if you are listening, I'm thinking about you, buddy. Anyway, from the Sports Jedi Network, from the Out of Character podcast, which has subsumed some of the subtitles of Garden of Thought. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. Check us out next time right here on the Sports Jedi Network. Stay evil, my friends.